Hello again folks, now let's see if this video gets me a knock on the door from the hot fuzz. So anyway, is Keir Starmer drunk on power? Well yes, I do believe that. The signs are all there and there's worse to come. Will he serve his full term as Prime Minister? No, I don't think so. Because dictators and tyrants are almost always toppled. As one of the senators who knifed Julius Caesar said when he breathed his last, sic semper tyrannis, or thus always to tyrants. There are mutterings of a Labour rebellion right now, because they know the guy is toxic as hell and there's no way they could win the next election with or without him. And if people think that Labour can rig the next election, well, no, that's for the birds. Labour isn't the Democrats and the US isn't Britain. I believe the Democrats were able to rig the 2019 election because they had the money and the numbers and the influence to do it. Here in Britain, it doesn't work that way. We're too small. So I'm afraid it's going to be a Labour government all the way until the next general election. But it won't be Keir Starmer leading them because he's turning against his own. He threw his own MPs under the bus when he told them to vote against the grooming gang inquiry a few weeks ago. Meanwhile, Keir Starmer himself and a selected few from his cabinets, they abstained. He threatened his own MPs that if they didn't vote against it, then they get suspended. That's the act of a dictator. The guy thinks he's clearly above the law as well. He really did, twice at least so far as we know, break lockdown rules, and he got away with them. He was calling for tighter lockdown restrictions, and this guy went for beer, korma and pizza and invited a voice coach to his house. And nobody was meant to be travelling during that period either. So go figure. And now he's sacked a Labour councillor for speaking the truth. A member of Labour Dudley Council, Steve Edwards, was sacked by Keir Starmer because he said openly and publicly that Keir Starmer betrayed the working class and is lying to the British people. And that's the truth. He went on, he has been treacherous to everybody. He's a massive liar. Tell us something we don't know. This Steve Edwards fella had the bollocks to demand that Labour do more to support ordinary Brits. So it's blatantly obvious now, if you don't toe the line, then according to Starmer, you're gone. The public have all woken up to what Starmer really is. The Labour Party membership have all, well, most of them now, have woken up to what Starmer is. And so are his councillors and MPs, hopefully. It's dawned on me now that Keir Starmer will never quit. He will never stand down. He will never accept responsibility, liability. He will never fall on his own sword. The guy is a completely out-of-touch Marxist and a self-righteous git who is hell-bent on destroying this country and is going to take a inner Labour Party coup to get rid of him. This country can't afford Keir Starmer anymore, and I'd even go so far as to suggest that the guy is the enemy within. I have serious, grave concerns about what the fellow's going to be doing for the rest of his time as Prime Minister. And even according to a source who's contacted me personally, apparently Starmer and Labour have been building dossiers on various internet celebrities, i.e. right-wing political commentators. And I'm talking about the ones with hundreds of thousands of subscribers here. And he'll be using Ofcom to bring all internet broadcasters in the UK under their remit. Again, according to my source, this will mean that essentially anyone disseminating video broadcasts in the UK will be culpable for what they say, i.e. their videos will be used against them. And yes, I know that sounds crazy and conspiratorial, but look what happened to the Silver Fox hot takes the other day, arrested at 9 o'clock, taken to the local Nick by 4 coppers. I can guarantee you folks, if it was the Silver Fox hot takes calling the cops because his house was being burgled, they wouldn't have had the manpower. And Keir Starmer himself made a speech, didn't he, during the Southport riots, where he was judge and jury, and quite literally condemned everyone, rioters, protesters, as far-right extremist thugs who were going to be jailed. And he did. He interfered in the judicial process and strong-armed local authorities into getting these people lengthy prison sentences, and I'm talking years. What other type of leader does that? I mean, that's something that Kim Jong-il would do, or Putin, or even Zelensky. Is Starmer about to forfeit parliamentary power and award it to the judiciary? Who knows? Thinking about it, and in contrast to what I said earlier, maybe Starmer and Labour are thinking of rigging the next election. Who knows? These things do happen, and the way things have been happening in the West recently, I wouldn't take it off the table. And if Keir Starmer didn't behave like a dictator, I wouldn't be making these videos. And there we go. Make of that what you will. I'm Past49. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, but only, of course, if you like what you hear and you agree with what I say. And I'll see you at the next one. Roger Trout.